6, it's going to cost you another $30. So don't ask yourself, it's worth 60. Ask yourself.
Don't let me die. I'm getting water. Yeah, and close it off so you can't go there.
And they don't have to develop a new map, right? They actually just copy paste them, quote unquote. You have to redraw a lot of it and stuff like that. But it's basically just a copy paste from a previous Elder Scrolls title because it is the same map.
Yeah, it's really cool. You have an idea. And that's awesome for us as fans because we can go and explore it like with or without y'all here fucking ranking us up. We can go super slow and meet all the people. Are you gonna do it again? So y'all don't think there's too much time crunch on...
things that kept people playing wasn't the gameplay, it was the stupid comedic sense of the game. Right? Like, Borderlands had this wonderful... I would agree that the gun mods were a bit different, but I mean, if I wanted to play a game for gun mods, I might revert to the Division instead. Right? The thing that kept me...
Borderlands was out before Division.
People that I know who played with Borderlands, yeah, but you see what I'm saying? Games like that. Because those kinds of games haven't existed forever. You know, fucking...
Yeah.
Borderlands was no different than Diablo, except that it was funny as fuck.
And I love the graphics. I love the cartoon graphics.
The cartoony graphics, exactly. And honestly, that they actually meant to change that before release, but the people that they beta tested with loved it so much they kept it. It was just the easiest, cheapest way to drop the graphics for the game.
Yeah. Sometimes when you bring it into the new generation, you might not do everything right. You know. Like with Oblivion, when you compare Oblivion and Morrowind, like they made it look better, yeah, and the engine was new, but they left out a bunch of content, like you were saying, which they added with DLC later, which is great. I'm not complaining. A lot of people loved Oblivion. I did. But
I did too.
big difference in the two games.
But I can easily show where Titanfall is a worse game than a lot of others for the exact reason that you will have an issue with it, and that is that after X amount of time, it gets boring.
Did you like Titanfall? Did you really like Titanfall?
I loved it. The concept for it was amazing.
Check it out. Check it out. It's free. It's called Apex Legends.
Yep.
That's great. So Titanfall, you need to go get that game and just play it and have a good time for it. Because if that game does good on this, Titanfall 3 is coming out. They're trying to make it now. Fuck that. This was supposed to be Titanfall 3. They don't have like an update or some shit like that. That's what Apex Legends is. And it's free.
I'm
Check
gonna
it
go
out.
grab that. But yeah, that's where my concern with these games is, right? I don't think they're going to be bad. I don't think they're going to be good enough to keep their community.
We'll see when it comes out. I ain't gonna let you
me
just stay by
personally-
yourself.
Like, and me personally, I refuse to buy into a game that in 3 or 4 months I'm not going to have anybody to play with.
I ain't gonna lie, man. They caught me with that Iron Man stuff. Looking like they got me. Like that's why I was like, it's fucking. That was fucking awesome. The whole thing
Because,
about it was
games like that, if I'm going to drop that kind of money on a game that's that I'm never really going to be end up playing alone, I would rather just go buy a single player.
I know I'm going to. That's not. You play by yourself. I'm usually going to be playing that with Dave. I'm never going to be playing that.
I had lots of friends that we played Neverwinter together, and they said, "Oh, yeah, let's go play Destiny." And we went and played Destiny for like 2 weeks, and then we all went back to Neverwinter. Came over to this game.
Never went to
And back over there.
Thank God y'all came over to this game.
Destiny in months.
I've got friends from, I've got people who never went to a better than ESO. And I was like, go play ESO.
Neverwinter isn't bad.
It's
It's it's droning, it's monotonous, and it just becomes this huge, never-ending, unrewarding grind.
I'll say the same thing you always say.
There's an unrewarding
I'm almost level 20.
do the same thing 10,000 times, and maybe, eventually, you'll get this tiny little thing that has a tiny little chance to drop you a tiny little boost to your character. And you'll need to do that thousands of times, and get that drop thousands of times, before you get this item a couple of times to be able to make your character strong enough to get 2% more damage. Oh yeah. Well, I would argue that World of Warcraft, hands down, has a better lore than this, but only because it's got... Jesus Christ. dozens and dozens and dozens of years and hundreds of writers.
Ha.
Keep in mind that World of Warcraft's lore goes all the way back into the 80s when Warcraft was a thing.
Dude.
Didn't Daggerfall come out in the 80s too?
Maybe?
You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, so Warcraft was
I played one of the first Warcrafts. I played Orcs and Humans. That one's like Age of Empires. I played the third one too. The Lich King. I played Wrath of the Lich King. Oh, I know.
Honestly, to me, it's the biggest problem. I really enjoy randomized loot. Like, if you look at World of Warcraft system, the thing that they did more than that made the game better than anything they'd ever done was this randomized loot system. There are 30 different stats that can appear in armor, and depending on the rarity of the loot, you get anywhere between 3 and 5 of those stats at random with X amount of value, similar to how Diablo's system is, right? And the thing is it makes it to where farming becomes more fun because you're always getting something. But you're farming for that perfect something. Whereas in this, you have 5 or 6 traits, and if you don't get the one you want, you can just go re-roll it.
Well, hold on, that's the same thing in what's called Anthem. Anthem, when you're farming, okay, I guess you call it farming, but when you're looking for certain things that they drop, some of the things have different abilities. Like, there are grenade launchers that stuck to the monster. There are grenade launchers that bounce off the ground before you. There are other things, you know what I'm saying? You have flamethrowers and certain things. Then you have shotgun blasts.
The problem that looter shooters have that other MMOs, specifically like sword and shield, magic-y MMOs like the Elder Scrolls, World of Warcraft, games like that, the problem that shooters game have is that no matter what gun you're using, it still feels like your character's running around with a gun. Which begins to get monotonous over time. Whereas with MMOs that are more magic-y based, you have all of this diverse, different appearing, different feeling, different affecting sets of skills and magics and all these dozens and dozens and dozens of different ways to play. A looter shooter is going to have, here's a gun, go shoot that thing in the face till it's dead. Try it. I think over time they will evolve it. It will inevitably come. It will inevitably come. Yes, it will. Every MMO does it. Yes, it will. Every MMO does it. Yes, you will.
No, that weapon comes out random. It can come off on a smaller type. You get gold.
Bet me. That people will find a way.
No, I hear you. I hear you on that part, but it's randomized. So like you can get gold stuff from lower, what's called not even like that, not low.
Certain enemies, in order for them to create that type of environment, certain enemies are going to have higher drop chances for certain things. Otherwise, there'd be no reason to do anything other than just run around the lowest level zone.
Free run.
Look at where people are right now. If you go look at the bot issue that we're having, if I told you that all enemies in the game have the same drop chance for the rarest shit in the game as the biggest, toughest enemies, why in the fuck would you ever leave the starting zone?
Because the other ones give themselves different.
But you're saying that every enemy has a chance to give it.
But the higher ones are have different, like they have consciousness.
Right. So they're what he's saying. Are people are going to say these are the best things to use? This is the best place to get those things. This is the best way to fight these events. This is the best set of knowledge to use these things. It's going to evolve from This is the best way to, if you're not doing it this way, you're not running. It's the inevitable evolution. It is the inevitable evolution of all MMOs. First comes, this is the easiest way to do the thing. Then comes, you should do this thing. Then comes, we refuse to run with anyone not doing this thing. Get with me and Wolf. We both want to run trials. I run lots of trials.
What are trials?
Raids. Trials are raids.
Man, I wish I could come with y'all. That'd be awesome. Alright, but just, you know, make sure after I get there and I do the skill respec that, you know, y'all steer me in the right direction, alright?
I don't want to steer you in the right direction. I want you to steer yourself in the right direction.
Oh, perfect. Oh, okay, perfect, sweet.
Because there's no point playing the game.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's what y'all are talking about.
And give you my advice, but I will never, under any circumstance, tell somebody, this is how you use that.
Right. Got it.
Because there's no point playing a fucking game if it's not fun.
Right. Exactly. Man, this is my way, dude. Seriously, this is dope. I'm glad y'all showed up. Just in time, too.
Hey, what I'm trying to build is like a little bit
I'm still trying to find a way, like more than anything, I want to find a way to make a two-handed warrior, like this big greatsword warrior, tank. Like, I'm gonna find a way to make that a thing. No, I don't want sword and shield front bar, because then I'm having like a sword and shield bar tank. I want a great sword tank. A tank that I'm gonna use the fighter skill? No. Is it the fighter skill? No, Undaunted. The Undaunted Taunt.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah. You use the Undaunted Taunt, and you morph its stamina. And then there's a set that all of your charged attacks taunt enemies, so heavy attacks will be taunts as well. You know what? No, I'm checking the internet. There's an app for that. Oh, yeah. It's called ESO Helper. It's a free app, and it knows that. I have a, I'm actually working on leveling, in my spare time, a wood elf Nightblade.
Is that what?
Stabby rogue.
Is that what y'all are talking about? Is that like nobody wants to play with those people?
So here's the thing. Stealth is useless in PvE content, so even though it's a really fun build, most of that assassination shit isn't good for dungeons and trials and stuff like that. used to, back before they changed up how it worked, you used to just sneak in and backstab a boss and get a shit and get like a hardcore like 25% of the boss's health covered. But of course you can only do it on the first hit of the fight if you snuck up on the boss and managed to land it.
Oh, cool.
Can I ask you a question, Two-Face? How hard is it to get like a group together for what's called trials?
Trials? Go stand in Craglorn and shout for about 5 minutes.
No. Without having difficulty finding people.
How hard is the trial, or how hard is it to get a group?
No. A group of people that listen and communicate with each other. Trials are just like dungeons. You know how we had a problem, we weren't communicating good?
Last week, over the course of 2 days, I ran about 30 trials with just random-ass groups that were shouting non-stop in Craglorn. And we would like chain run them. You know, same group, we'd run it together 2 or 3 times in a row, and I'd say out of the 12 people, you'd run into about, in each group, we'd have 5 or 6 that had mics and were actually talking in the group.
Yeah. How many people that you usually play with for, like,
Okay.
that you play with a lot?
How many people do I play with a lot?
I'm so close to level 20.
Kadol Wolf is one of the only people I play with on the daily.
Yeah, Bay's pretty much on the daily too.
I'm about to have to leave to go pick up a sack. I'll be right back.
Besides,
I met Wolf 2 months ago, right when I started playing the game. Pretty much just played daily together since.
Bay, shouldn't you be going to sleep, buddy?
Oh no.
That's your button to that far.
Level 20.
You are on PC is for this game on PC you are as well. It's just on console you're like it's a lot more difficult to program those things on console than it is on PC. It's actually not it's actually not easily when you take into consideration, like when I say I designed the game to look a certain way, and then I quit the company, another coder has to unwrite my code and then rewrite it to be able to and run it, right? And that was the problem that Bethesda ran into, was that one of their major developers actually quit. And I would guess that the reason that you don't see a lot of those feature changes is because it's very cost ineffective to have to backwards write a code just to figure it out and then rewrite it. And so if I had to take a guess, I would say that the reason we don't have that on this game is because it is a normal feature in most MMOs. I'd argue that the reason we likely don't have it here on console is that the code writer who was writing those codes and who wrote the codes for the setup for the screens is one of the ones that quit on them. That said, there are mods for this game. I just don't know how many of them are legal. No, there are mods for console as well.
Is this cross-platform?
No.
No.
There's mods for, how do you do mods for console?
You have to hook up your PC. But it's absolutely within it's absolutely within Sony's terms of service for players to use mods in a game that is allowed mods. Right? I don't know how Bethesda, if they allow mods for this game or not, but I assume they do. But it is 100% within Sony's terms of service to allow the use of mods for a game that allows it, as long as that mod does not change any of the system commands. which is to say that you can't have mods that do things like play the game for you.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna be back in probably like 30 minutes. I'm gonna go pick up a sack. I'll be right back. Thanks again, but y'all see me soon. Oh shit. Yeah, buddy.
These modders that you see, like that's a mod.